Hey guys, welcome to round 3. We're on the play, kept a 7-card hand here. We're going to lead with Citadel, I suppose. And we got a turn 2 Forager, turn 3 attack for 4, play a Frogmite for 1. Hopefully this Forager resolves here. Yeah, we're just going to go for it. He could have a Daze. Kind of hurts him a little more than it hurts us. Then we have Frogmite, and I don't know what from there. Terramorphic Expanse means it's probably blue-red post, but this actually shows us that it's a blue-black deck. The black removal will probably hurt us. So we're going to attack for 4. I'm just trying to figure out the follow-up. We play Frogmite for 1. We can play Prism for 2. Then we have 5 artifacts, I think. Let's go ahead and just attack first. And this might just be too quick of a blitz for him to really stop. Let's play Prism before we do anything else, because it gives us a free Frogmite. And now we're representing Galvblast, right? So we can't play a land. Go ahead and pass. And again, this might just be too fast for him to really cope with. Accumulated Knowledge main phase, so he's trying to hit a land. Looks like we're just going to Blitzkrieg him out of the game. Pitches a card. He didn't hit that land. Pitches Accumulated Knowledge. We could Thoughtcast here. We also have several things we can do. We can play Enforcer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for 1, and play Sun Chaser. So since we can play Enforcer and Sun Chaser, we're going to go ahead and Thoughtcast. We hit a second Thoughtcast. We have a Tog as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're going to get in for 6. Put him to 10. Let's just do whatever's going to give him no outs, essentially. Puts him dead on board. So I guess that would be playing Sun Chaser and Enforcer. We could also play a Tog and Enforcer. That might just be better. Then he doesn't see that we're playing Sun Chaser, which is kind of nice. Oh, it still costs 1. Okay, well that's fine. So this is a lethal attack. If he kills this, it still puts him to 2, and we can potentially draw into Galvblast or Fling. So he just concedes here, and we take a quick victory. So we only saw blue cards. He's either a post deck. He's got Compulsive Research and Knowledge, so that leads me more to believe that he's a post deck. The only thing we really want to bring in is Pyroblast here. And these Galvblasts, I'm not sure if he's a creature-heavy blue-black control or if he's, again, a Cloud Post deck. So the Blast's probably not going to be great against a post deck. Whereas the blue-black control, the Blast might actually be pretty nice. And I don't think we want Fling against a deck that's probably playing counter magic. So I could see cutting 2 Galvblasts and the Fling and bringing in 3 Pyroblasts. And that's all we're going to do for now. We didn't really see much of his deck, so yeah, let's just do this and go to game number 2. Alright, welcome to game 2. And looks like this hand has a turn 1 star, turn 2 double Frogmite with Blast open, or a Sun Chaser, so this looks pretty good. I think we can keep this. And he just leads on an island. We can also play Springleaf Drum, but I think Star is better. We can also play Drum next turn. So yeah, let's go with Star. I'm actually not sure if that's 100% better or not. Okay, so we've got free reign to do whatever we want here. Pyroblast. So we could play Sun Chaser, or we could just play double Frogmite with Drum. Yeah, let's do that. And we're going to mask the fact that we have... Well, there's really no reason to mask anything. Double Frogmite. Because ultimately this gives us Blast and Galvblast all in one fell swoop. So yeah, we'll just do that. Seems good. 4 power on the board. Can shoot down whatever it is he casts here. Echoing Decay. Wow. So either way, it's a 2-for-1. We could Galv Blast our own guy, but I think we're just gonna have to take the 2-for-1. Well, that was pretty good. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing we can do here. Terramorphic. So he is a little slow out of the gates, but oh, is he? He's actually what is it called? Familiar Storm. Thoughtcast. This is kind of risky because if we don't hit a land, kind of sucks for us. I think I'd rather play Sun Chaser and maybe we hit a land off of this. We do. We could still Thoughtcast, but I think we want to leave up Pyroblast at this stage because he is... Whoa. Because he is looking pretty dangerous. We'll let that resolve. So he plays Island, Cloud of Fae. We can just counter this right now, which I think we'll do. And hopefully that'll shut him up for a little bit. We could also have left up Galv Blast there. So, let's see what we draw. It's pretty good, but we can't cast the Forger. I think we'll play it because if we don't, we only get in for 3 this turn rather than getting in for 7 next turn, which I guess is better. So what we want to do is Galv Blast the guy in response to a snap. Yep. So hopefully this works. Why would he play the land? Because he has something else he can cast. Mole Drifter. This is for the evoke cost, and then he's going to Ghostly Flicker. That kind of sucks. We're going to end up bolting the Cloud of Fae, though. It sucks he's going to draw so many cards, but we want to hit the Cloud so he can't Temporal Fissure us. And then hopefully we can just get in for more damage or whatever. Yep. So he's got a handful of gasoline. And we basically brick. We'll play... It doesn't really matter which land we play, actually. This is going to be an uphill battle. I don't know that we can beat this this much card advantage here. First of all, with that 2-for-1, and then with all that. Yeah, I think he's going to do something pretty disgusting. Well, he wouldn't sack the Evolving Wilds if he didn't have a Cloud of Fae, I think, to untap the land with. Ugh. Here we go. It's going to be a nightmare. Snap my Carapace Forager. You got it. What else you got? 4C. Great. So for game 3, we basically want to have a hand that's going to be very explosive. I mean, this hand was fairly explosive. Something he can't keep up with is what we're looking for. So he kept 3 of the cards. No, 2 of the cards. 4C lets you really find what you need. There's another snap. And this looks like another Mole Drifter. Nope. Alright, let's just tap. See what he targets, and we'll just tap it all. From this point, we're pretty much going to lose, but what we want to do is just draw the clock out. There's a Pyroblast, so we can actually hit Cloud of Fae if it comes down. I guess we'll get rid of this since we have the other stuff. I mean, probably Citadel's just better. Yeah, we'll let that go. Yeah, I don't think we're winning this particular game, but we can at least hang in there. And if it's... okay, that's going to resolve. This, however, will not. It's just another Fisher. That sucks. So let's see what he's targeting. If he targets the Springleaf Drum... so he's targeting this and this. Doesn't he have a third one? This, and this. Alright, so we're just going to blow up the Mole Drifter. And we might be able to claw our way back, actually. Which would be kind of funny. If he gets a wall, though, we're pretty dead. We have to kill the wall. Bottom. 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 Bottom! Wow, and draw 2. That's pretty cool. I hope that keeps happening. I think he's specifically looking for wall. Because why wouldn't you? Which probably is what this is. It's either that or Mole Drifter. So Ghostly Flicker or Snap. Just keep running that play. I guess it would be Ghostly Flicker. I'm not sure. I guess it would be Snap. You can get the mana. Well, we are at least running the time down. I think we're somewhat favored game 3. Here we might not be. Well, at this stage I don't think we are. Once he hits Mnemonic Wall and we don't have a way to kill it, I think we're pretty much done. So sacking Expanse, which basically negates what the 4C did for him. Alright, we're still in this. Maybe. We just replenish the board. And this regenerates, right? Yeah. We can play Forger next turn. We can play both Forgers next turn. And he's at 13, so... he just has to whiff a lot. So what is in his hand? Maybe another Fisher? Though he may have just done that. So this reads like an Echoing Decay. So I'm not going to block. Though if he did cast Echoing Decay, he wouldn't be able to regenerate. Oh. Looks like we're just going to get hosed here. Let's see what he does. Yep, there's the Mnemonic Wall. Still going to make him run down the clock. Why not? No reason not to. 4C, so he doesn't actually have it yet. Casting a 4C for blue is even better than casting a Thought Cast for blue. Well, that's not good. He kept 2 cards that he just drew. Familiar. Makes Mnemonic Wall, costs only blue. Another Mnemonic Wall. So now, probably goes infinite here. Fisher. He didn't even get Ghostly Flicker. And there's really no way we can win because he's got 2 Mnemonic Walls. Maybe we hit Runner, Galv Blasts. Preordain we don't want to use yet. We'll use it next turn if we get that far. We have to pitch 2 lands. I guess we pitch Citadel Seat. And Muldrifter for blue. That's pretty good. Yeah, we can't beat this, so we'll just force him to go through the motions, as it were. Okay, he brought in Lone Missionary, so I'm glad that we saw that happening. And here we go again. Another Muldrifter. Yeah, there's not really anything to say. We're just going to make him do all of the actions until he wins. So, I'm not sure if we board any differently. We board the same. Oh, he left open a Pyroblast. I don't really know what that does for us, if anything. Does that even do anything for us? We can stop. What did he get back? He got back... He didn't get back anything yet, so we can counter one of his bounces, but we're going to have to pitch 3 cards. So we pitch Drum, Preordain, Land. That actually is kind of counterproductive. He's got 1 Mnemonic Wall in hand. I guess we pitch a guy. We pitch Drum and Carapace Forger and Seat, which means we don't have a chance to Preordain. But I think maybe we pitch Preordain then. Preordain, Drum, Guy. I don't know. Oh, we only had to pitch 2. Okay, that's good. So we're gonna take 6. Try and counter Mnemonic Wall. Probably not gonna matter. But yeah, we'll just counter that. I mean, he's gonna get Demonic Wall anyway, so our chances are pretty much done. But yep, just let it happen. Gets back Temporal Fissure rather than Flicker, which would actually get him back Temporal Fissure anyway. Okay. Sure. He's just doing whatever he needs. I mean, essentially he just needs to keep me off of any action so that I die in 2 swings, which is basically where we're at. Doesn't even need to do all this. He just, I mean, I guess he does just to bounce the wall back or whatever, but it's really no outs that we have. He left the Chromatic Star. Okay. So if we draw into a blast with this star, we survive for a turn? No, actually we don't. So we'll play Furnace, F6. So at least draw a card and see what we draw. Oh, Never mind, he won. So, good game. And let's go to game 3. So, on the play, I think, I think we're favored. Now that we see what he has, we probably want Galvanic Blast to blow up his creatures. So, I'm going to cut Preordain for the 3rd time in a row. Preordain is probably just much better as whatever you want it to be. And I think we leave the threats and stuff. So let's do it like this. I mean, we could bring in Fling, but I think Standard Bearer is not that good. Yeah, let's leave it like this. We just want to beat down very quickly. So we want to keep a fast hand and hit the ground running and see how that goes. I honestly didn't expect him to be this deck, but we beat him so quickly I couldn't even really tell. So let's play first for game 3. And we can keep this. It's kind of slow, but it's not unbearably slow. Let's see if he mulligans. He keeps, but he thinks about it. We're going to go ahead and lead on Seat. So turn 2 most likely going to be Prism. It's another drum. So we're going to go ahead and just play Prism then. Second drum doesn't really do anything. And we'll pass. Next turn we've got a couple guys. We've got... Well, we might not be quick enough here. So what's the fastest? He has to pitch, which is good. What's the fastest thing we could do? We can play Sun Chaser, Forger. We can play Atog Forger. I think Atog Forger is better. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. We can almost dome him for lethal. Yeah, he basically has 2 turns. So hopefully he doesn't have what he needs yet. There's that island. He doesn't have a familiar, so that's a huge bonus for us. I mean, he might have the white familiar. 3, 5, 7, 9, 13, 15, 17. It's almost lethal. I mean, we have to worry about something like Unsummon, or I don't know what they play actually in blue. Like Snap, obviously, is one of them. There's a familiar, and there's a Snap. Jeez. Okay. And there's another Snap. Good God. Wow, we just got owned. Hopefully he's out of gas from there, but with a familiar on the board, it really stinks. So, yep, starting over. That bought him quite a bit of time. So that's 3. We have to pitch. We'll pitch. We don't need a second drum, right? I don't think so. Between the colors we actually have. Ugh. Wow. Okay, so he's just got all the combo pieces. This is so disgusting. Alright, maybe we can get back into this. Maybe. We have to leave up Galv Blast. So we're going to play a Tog, Frogmite, and leave up Galv Blast. Why would we play a Tog, though? We want to be able to nullify this, right? So maybe we play Sun Chaser. Yeah, let's play Sun Chaser. So Galv Blast is either going to hit the cloud or the mnemonic wall. I don't know what, but we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. This deck is so disgusting. So this is mnemonic wall. So we can blow that to hell. Depending. Let's look at his graveyard. Sunscape Familiar. You got it. Combat Step. You got it. Passing the turn. Sure. Alright, so now we have to plan out the turn again. So this reads like a Ghostly Flicker. We want to leave up Galv Blast once again. So I think there's no point in attacking with Frogmite, so we might as well attack with Sun Chaser. Even if he double blocks, that's actually okay. And then we can play Forger, Land, Star. Or we can play Forger, Land, a Tog, and leave up Galv Blast. That actually seems good. So let's attack. We have to leave up Galv Blast at all costs. So it's going to take that. Interesting. Tog for red. Actually, if we do this, we can't leave up Galv Blast. So we play a Tog Star? No, we play this because we need to start attacking. A Tog attacks, but it doesn't actually get in for the guaranteed amount, so let's play Chromatic Star. He pitched Ghostly Flicker, so I feel like he has to have Mnemonic Wall. Okay, so this is for the full amount. Draw 2 cards. That's a pretty cool art for Evolving Wilds. Get a black. Pass again. Whoa, attack. Sure, take it. Okay, so we're going to attack with all guys. Got another Chromatic Star. Yeah, let's attack with all guys. So that way, if he wants to double block or whatever, like block this and block this, he at least loses one. Okay. Take 7. Alright, so we almost have him dead, which is good. Let's use this. Draw a card, see what that does for us. It's another Frogmite. Now that might be bait for Echoing Decay, but better that than something else, I suppose. So let's do it. And a Tog can obviously eat a Chromatic Star. He's got a lot of things to think about, and so do we, actually. So, this is basically the most important turn of the game, where he has to find a way to nullify the threat that a Tog poses to him. He's going to cast something that costs 5, so it's probably Mnemonic Wall. Or maybe he's just going to try and flip these lands back. Okay, so this is probably going to pick up a Snap or Ghostly Flicker, which means we got to kill the Mnemonic Wall in response to the Ghostly Flicker. Otherwise, he can infinitely bounce Cloud of Fey and excuse me, make land with it. We also could have tried to draw into Pyroblast there, so that might have been a mistake. Ghostly Flicker. So let's draw a card with the Chromatic Star. We might just be able to counter the Ghostly Flicker itself. There's another Galblast. We can actually Galblast both of these guys, which I am, of course, going to do. And hopefully that seals it for us. Because his turn is dead. Now he needs to start making blocks, or he could be dead. In fact, we could have sent both of those Galblasts at him, but yeah, let's just attack with everybody. He can trade with some Frogmites. He has to block a Tog, or he's completely dead. We may have just sealed the deal here. Okay. But you have to block a Tog. He does. So we'll sack the Citadel. Play a Citadel. He's going to take 7. I think he's going to chump again. Well, he's not really chumping with the Sunscapes, but... oh, this is really tricky here. So we fought 2 snaps, a cloud, a mnemonic wall. Hopefully that's enough for him to just not have anything left. He's at 3, so we do have outs of Galvanic Blast. We have no cards in hand. We're going to remove Auto Yield. We still might want to sack Artifact if he has Echoing Decay. And I really hope killing that cloud and killing that wall is enough. And he's just doing combat math and trying to figure out how he survives. That's really what I'm hoping here. Nope, here comes the pain. Here we go again. Another mnemonic wall. So getting snap, he's going to snap the Atog. I hope. And hope he has... no, he's going to snap this. So he's clearly got... or going to get Temporal Fissure now. Snap again. I think he's just going to keep doing this. But he's still very far from actually winning the game. This is obviously kind of a lock. But he has to win the game, A, before his clock runs out, B, before we can kill him with a Galv Blast, or kill his Mnemonic Wall. So, it's not completely over here. It's clear that he's just going to Temporal Fissure all of our permanents, but that's not necessarily going to be a victory. And he has to go through all these motions here. So we're just going to F2 through everything, and there might be a chance that we actually want to sack an artifact to the Atog, so that's why I'm leaving that option open. And I don't know, I think he's just going to do this until he wants to Temporal Fissure me for all my permanents. But again, that's not necessarily a win. Granted, he can do this same trick pretty much every turn. But this alone is going to take him several minutes to perform, from what I can tell. And even if he picks up Temporal Fissure, that doesn't necessarily mean he has a way to bounce this, but he almost certainly does. I think this storm is even more annoying than the other ones. So just targeting everything. Yeah, let's just go ahead and F6. I think this actually locks us out of the game, which kind of sucks. Even bounced Mole Drifter. Well, that's good, so we don't take the damage at least. Yeah, this type of storm is more annoying to me than the other version. Though they're both pretty annoying. It would be great just to have a Gal Blast, but I don't think we're ever going to get to it. So 10, we have to pitch 3 cards. I guess we're pitching a Tog, Citadel, and Sunchaser. I guess we keep Sunchaser. I don't know what the hell we do. I guess we pitch a Frogmite. So we're pretty much going to lose. We can only hope that he runs out of time, which I doubt's going to happen. But he hasn't actually put a clock on us yet, so... And he just gained some life, which I'm sure he's very happy about. We'll go ahead and pitch this other land. I think well, we don't really have an out, but I guess one of our outs is making sure we hold on to a Great Furnace, and then that way we might draw into Galv Blast. But that'll graft, so we can't kill the Mnemonic Wall. We could hold on to Pyroblast. Yeah, it's not likely. Not likely. Just do the same thing again. And we will pitch Forger number 2. You know, it's possible maybe he skips over doing this, but it doesn't seem like that's anywhere close to being on his realm of possibility here. Yeah, we're pretty dead. We just... Maybe he doesn't notice the clock, but basically you're dead in 2 swings, so... Not looking too great. Maybe he starts bouncing things that he doesn't need to bounce. Takes a Ghostly Flicker. He could flicker it a couple times here. Well, we're never getting to Mirror Enforcer. We're not even getting to a Tog, so let's just send him packing. Yeah, he's just going to attack me. And we don't have any outs, so we're pretty dead. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's kind of miserable to watch, I'm sure. So, forgive me for that. But we'll have to make up for it in round number 4, huh? Well, let's just go ahead and play that, because why not? We'll pitch you. game. Alright, well, we'll come back for round 4. Hope you enjoyed watching this, and we'll see ya in the next round here. I think we just got too delayed with that initial Temporal Fissure that bounced our first couple creatures. Otherwise, we definitely would have had him. We had him in Galv Blast range. We used the Galv Blast to hit those creatures, but he had more of them. So that's the way it goes, and we'll see you later.